teenagers and 20-something men because the moms are taking over game consoles and applications and apps and computer games and all that. You don't believe me? Well, our guest this afternoon will explain that to us. Nationally recognized as a social media maven, Stacey Debroff is CEO and founder of Moms Central Consulting. Hello and welcome to Kababayan, LA.
Thank you so much for having me on your show.
All the way from Boston. Thank you for flying out. Stacey, how true is this? Moms are taking over games?
Yes, this is a really unexpected trend, and it's taken the gaming industry by surprise. Moms, we have phones with us, we have our computers and laptops, and we have kids who are digital natives, and they're cocooned in their games. And so next thing you know, moms are the big rise in game players.
I know my mom is addicted to Freestyle on the computer. So if she's not doing Facebook, she's playing Freestyle and she's watching TV. But approximately 70% of casual gamers are now women. I know that we're talking about more than card games now. We're seeing some examples on the screen right now. Why do you think that is? Why do you think moms are gravitating toward this?
Right, so we found in a survey of moms, they're spending 5 hours a week typically playing these games. And when you saw on screen things like Words with Friends, Bayou Blast, Drop 7, these games are wonderful puzzling challenges. So it's easy to get into them. They're easy to learn, hard to master. And mom is on the go, but oftentimes we're exhausted and we only have downtime in 5 or 10 minute little snippets.
Oh, okay.
And so if you can sit down and say, okay, kindergarten's late getting out,
right?
But you know what? I have my phone here.
So it's like mommy timeout.
Yes.
And it's also stressful. But is it more stressful though when you can't crack a puzzle? Because I'm very competitive, right. So yeah.
Well, you know, some compare it to the electronic bathtub, right? So you're like, wait, but I think that it actually is a fun competitive. So if you're able to play with social media friends, if you're able, I challenge my kids who are teenagers, and they're like, Mom,
who wins? Be honest.
They often do.
We won't judge you.
But they love playing me and they love beating me.
Yes, I was just talking to you about this earlier. There's a popular Filipino comedian, Joe Coy. Joe Coy, I'm calling you out. Joe Coy always talks about his mom beating him on the game of Wii. It's just fun. I wanted for his mom to come and join us today, but unfortunately there were scheduling conflicts. But yeah,
with these interactive devices like the Wii and the Kinects, and suddenly I know probably next we'll be doing competitive yoga, and we'll be tossing balls faster than our kids.
Right.
It's a really great way for us to be engaged, and it's sort of taking the place of crossword puzzles. If you do games like the Words with Friends, Bayou Blast, we see up right here, you're playing with friends, and so you're challenging them. It's very social.
Right, and it's making you think. So for moms that are maybe, you know, like you said, timeout or stress buster. But we'll talk about some of the games later. For now, is there a downside to this? Are there disadvantages? Talk to the moms.
Well, one of the things we always say to our kids is unplug yourself. You can't, you know, we're trying to get their attention. Hello, put down your phone and your iPad or you're, you know, listening to music. And so I think we have the same thing with ourselves, is that the minute that your kids are calling for you, you're like, I'm sorry, but I can't, I have to finish my game.
Yes. I'm trying to break a record.
Exactly. Hold on, I'm practicing to beat you next time we play.
Okay, so then it's disadvantageous.
Exactly.
Yes. Okay. That nonetheless, there are games now that you think moms should try out. What are those?
Well, one of the things about moms is we love puzzles and challenges. And so there are word games like Words with Friends, Scramble, when you're playing like Scrabble online.
Right.
It's just really fun. You're doing those games we used to play offline. Then there are games like Drop 7 we see right here that is a highly addictive math game. Or dancing with your kids like Dance Revolution on the Wii. Games like Bayou Blast has a Cajun theme, and you're trying to connect balls to make them drop, and you're playing against, you know, time, and these things are really fun.
Should Should we make the disclaimer, though, that it can be addicting?
Absolutely. Like anything else, you know, watching TV, we live in an age where electronics are all around us. And so obviously we want to be out there with our kids, exercising, focusing on our jobs. But you know, when you're waiting for that last load of laundry to get done, sometimes it's really fun to just give yourself a break.
And for yourself, you know, as a mom too, and I'm sure different opinions on this, is it better to play those games that are individual or play games that you can share with maybe your kids or your friends?
I think it depends on when you're doing it. So there are times where we're really connective and we're on Facebook, and like you were saying, your mom can zip over and come back and find something sort of to do other than chat. And there are times where it might be late at night and you just want to unwind for a few minutes, and that's where you'll catch me playing a game like Drop 7. And
what is your record?
Well, it's funny you should ask.
So I'm sure you're definitely looking forward to flying out of LA to Boston, because then you can play
get to do my games.
Yes, on the plane too. And Stacey, where can we catch you? You wrote books as well.
Yes, momcentral.com is my website.
All right, momcentral.com. There are lots of resources there for women, for moms especially, and also books that Stacey wrote. For now, thank you so much. We hope to have you back.
Absolutely.
Yes,
thank
and
you.
good luck on those games.
Oh, thanks.
There's a Filipina model turned actress that moved here from the Philippines, stayed here for about 12, 14 years, and now she's ready to go back. We'll meet her and talk to her when we return. Don't go away.